Ho, ho, ho! Now to leave the presents for the Addams household. Let's see. Earplugs for Julie, 25 cents for Mark. And now for Charlotte and Katherine. Or is it Katherine and Charlotte? No, it's Charlotte and Is it Katherine and... well, let me just check the list. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. There's only one thing for girls like that. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Roger and John. On Al, on Kyle, on Ruth and Jean. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. Ho, 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 ho.
He's been.
He's eaten the mince pie.
And drunk the beer.
Yes, all the beer.
Let's see what we got.
Look inside the stocking.
Oh no.
It's not cool again.
No, worse than that.
It's not another series of Heroes Reborn.
No, worse than that.
Oh no, you don't mean.
Yes, it's the Marksmess podcast Christmas special.
Oh no.
I'm Mark Adams and welcome to episode 10 of Marksmess podcast. We're with my daughters Charlotte.
Hello.
And Katherine.
Me!
We look at the world of geekery using the alphabet as a guide. This month the letter is H and it's Happy Christmas! Hey! And you'll know from our introduction that we had our very own Santa Claus who was helping us out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, do you not remember that? The time we went to that big studio, we did that big recording, and of course that was thanks to Professor Allen, who is everyone's Santa Claus.
Dun, dun, dun.
If you want to contact us, you can contact us by email at
mymarksmess@gmail.com
or on Twitter on
At Marksmess Podcast without the T.
on the webpage marksmesspodcasts.blogspot.com or on the Facebook page
Marksmess Podcast.
Okay. We are joined with a very special guest. We have your mummy and my wife. We have Julie.
Hello.
And she's going to be keeping score as well as knit and look after the dog because it's a big family affair because we're talking about Christmas. And we're going to do a Christmas quiz. Oh, because you two couldn't make the last podcast because you both had exams. Katherine, how did your exams go?
I don't know.
Okay. We won't find out the results till February, and you won't realise what the results mean until, what, May? April, May, that type. Charlotte, you had your music exams. How did that go?
Okay.
So you can see they're very chilled and relaxed. We'll find out those results just before Christmas. But for now, we're going to do our own exam. No, it's more fun than that. What we're going to do, we're going to have rounds based on the episodes that we have had. So, and we're going to have two teams. We're going to have team Charlotte versus team Katherine.
It's Katherine versus Charlotte.
Charlotte versus Katherine.
Katherine versus Charlotte.
Okay.
Katherine versus Charlotte.
Charlotte versus Katherine versus Charlotte versus Katherine.
Whoa. Right, so we're going to start with the rounds. Do you remember the very first episode we did on the letter A? Do you remember what you covered?
Apple.
No.
You covered all the freaking animals.
Right?
You covered Ant-Man, I think.
I covered Ant-Man. Do you remember what you did?
Asterix?
Maybe you did. I can't remember. I can't remember. Who listens to these things anyway? So what we're going to do in this round, because I did Animal Man, we're going to do an alphabet of animal-themed comic book.
Why did you do Animal Man?
Because I did Ant-Man, we're going to do...
Yeah, I was going to say.
Because I did Ant-Man, we're going to do a round on animal-themed superheroes and villains from comic books.
Okay.
So we're going to do A, B, C. So turn about. If you get a point per one you get. If you miss out, then you miss out on that point and we go to the next letter. Katherine won the toss and she's going to go with A. So, Katherine, quickly.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Batman.
Catwoman.
Danger Mouse.
Oh, I like that. Yes. Getting in there. Gonna have to hurry.
Iguana Man.
I do not know of Iguana Man, so unfortunately you miss a point there. Charlotte, F.
Fishman.
Don't give her any hints.
Fishman.
Fishman, I do not know of. You could have had Frogman, you were nearly about to say, who was a Spider-Man villain and then hero. Okay, Catherine G.
Giraffe man.
No Giraffe Man that I know of. H.
I can't even think of an animal page, let alone a superhero.
Okay, Catherine I.
Igloo man.
No. J.
Jellyman.
Whose sidekick is Ice Cream Boy. Okay.
Wait, I got 2 answers for this one.
L.
Okay.
K. Oh, you said K.
I got 2 answers. Catherine woman and kangaroo man.
Okay. The kangaroo was a villain with Spider-Man. Okay.
Really?
Lion lady.
L. Oh, if you said Lion-O, I would have given it to you.
What? Is that not a chocolate bar?
A lion bar is a chocolate bar.
Say lion.
M.
Monkey man.
Not that I know of.
This is really hard.
It is really hard.
What's after M?
N.
Nemo.
Okay, not a superhero. O.
Oh.
Is that your answer?
Oh man.
What?
Octoman. Octo.
You were trying to go for Dr. Octopus.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll give it.
What?
Yeah. You helped her.
You didn't give me lion lady.
Okay.
she said-
P.
No, you didn't give me lion lady, so she doesn't get that.
This is not a command. It's just for the dog. It's for you. P. Apostrophe.
Pelican man.
I like a man. Don't know. Okay.
Quizman.
Policeman.
Quizmaster. Kiosk after Q.
What was after Q?
R.
R.
Reptile man. Reptile. The reptile.
Reptile. RS.
Sombrero man. Wait, that's not even wait.
Okay. S.
Can I answer to hers?
You can answer.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man would have been a fantastic one.
I didn't get to answer to any of
She does not get a point for that.
Aww.
T.
Tyrannosaurus Rex. See?
Oh, yeah, I'll give it to you because there was a 2000 AD character called T-Rex. You.
Me?
Yes.
Oh.
You.
Umbrella.
Umbrella Man.
Iguana.
UV.
Venom man? Or the Venom!
Venom, okay, because venom comes from animals. I'll give it to you.
Yes, I know.
VW.
Watermelon man.
Really? X.
X-Men!
Okay, well, not really an animal, but
You can't give her that.
can't give it to you because it's not.
People,
You try.
not a person.
Yes, if there was an X-ray fish man.
X-Man.
No. Why?
Why?
I don't know. I've given up wondering why.
Is there an animal beginning with Y?
Yes.
Yellow dog.
Okay, we'll go on to Z.
Zebra man.
Did you have a Y?
Yeah. Yellow duck.
No.
Zebra man
Oh,
or zebra
okay. That was a very hard round because I didn't think it through well enough.
No, you
Okay,
didn't.
but you know, if
We
any
got-
of our listeners want to give us an alphabet of animal-themed superheroes or villains, we will go for the scores on the board. Julie?
4.
Okay, the score is 4. Well done.
4 each.
For each. That's good. Do you remember what we did for episode B?
No. Batman.
No.
Banana man.
Good grief. It's gonna take very long.
B-man.
Right.
B-man.
We did about Blue Peter.
Oh,
We did about Mr. Bean.
Oh.
And we did about the Beano.
Oh, yeah.
You have a piece of paper in front of you. You're to write down 3 dates. You're to write down the date that you think Blue Peter started, the date, the year that is, the year you think Mr. Bean started, and the year you think the Beano started. If you get it spot on, you get 10 points. If you're 1 year out, you lose a point, 9 points, and continue on until you're more than 10 years out and you don't get any points for it at all.
I just guessed all answers.
Okay, so first date should be Blue Peter, the second date should be Mr. Bean, and the third date should be the Beano. Okay, I'll give you a moment. Do 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 Okay, have you both got numbers down?
Yes.
Do you want to change any of the numbers?
I just guessed random numbers.
Yes. We did a whole episode on this, and this was part of it. First of all, Katherine, what date do you have for Blue Peter?
1954.
1954. Charlotte, what date do you have for Blue Peter?
1963.
1963. And the actual answer is, if Julie could work out the points in this,
You can answer that.
1963. Charlotte gets 10 points. Katherine gets 1 point. No, 2 points. Katherine gets 2 points. Yeah, give her 2 points. I'm feeling generous because it's Christmas. Okay, the next one. You're going to find the maths in this one easy. Right, the next one. Charlotte, what year do you have for Mr. Bean's first appearance?
1957.
1957. Katherine?
1862.
I think I'm going to win this
1862. Well, the correct year is 1990. So neither of you get any points for that. Julie can continue her row. Last one.
Done random numbers.
I can see your numbers, and yes, you put down random numbers. In what year, or in Catherine's term, what century was what did you put down for the year the Beano started?
1745.
1745, so 5:45. And Charlotte, what did you put down?
I put down 1926.
The correct year is 1938, so no points there for either of you. Although Charlotte was closer by a couple of centuries. Yes. Okay, so well done. Can we have the scores on the board?
Charlotte has 14, Katherine has 6.
Yay!
But it all could change with the next round. The next round was when we did the episode C.
Round is battle combat.
Okay, next round we did episode where we talked about the letter C. Do you remember what any of the letter C was?
Catman.
We've stopped that game. Not a cup of tea.
Cake.
Not cake.
Chocolate.
We did. One of the things you did, Katherine, was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And who's the author of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Roald
I
Dahl.
know what I did. I did me, because I was...
What I want you to do is, how many books of Roald Dahl do you know? Sorry, how many books of Roald Dahl? So, the question this is, how many books of Roald Dahl?
Dahl.
How many books of Roald Dahl?
Wait, you say Roald, I say Dahl.
How many books of Roald
Dahl.
can you
No, I
name?
want to say roll and she says Dahl.
How many books of
Roald Dahl.
can you name? So, what you do, you come up with a number you think you can name,
Wait,
and
can
if
I write them down
the
for
other
six?
person, nope, the other person can beat it. So, if Katherine says 2, if Charlotte thinks she can say more, she says 3. If you know you can't say 3, you make her say it, and if she mucks up, you get the 5 points.
5?
5 whole points.
I'm lost.
Okay, so how many books, think about how many Roald Dahl,
Dahl.
how many
Roald Dahl.
books you can name. Think about it for a moment. Okay, I'm going to ask you now to name your number that you think you can do. So, Katherine, how many can you name?
1.
Charlotte, can you do more than 1?
2.
We've got 2. Katherine, can you do 3?
Yes.
So, Charlotte?
4.
Oh, we're up to 4.
5.
We're 5. This is exciting. Charlotte, can you do 6? Or do you want Katherine to name her 5?
6.
Oh, Katherine,
7.
you can definitely do 7. Okay, Charlotte.
I don't think I'm in
Is it 8? If you try and name them and you get 1 wrong, she gets the points. But if she tries to name her 7, if she gets 1 wrong, you get the points. Do you want? Okay, Katherine, you have to name 7 books. I have a list in front of me, so one at a time.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Charlie and Chocolate Factory is one of the books.
Matilda.
Matilda is one of the books.
James and the Giant Peach. The Witches.
Right, that's 4.
Yeah. The Twits.
That's your book. I mean, that's 5.
Esso Trot.
Is that one of the books? That's 6.
George's Marvelous Medicine.
George's Marvelous Medicine is 7. Right, so you get those 5 points, but to be fair to Charlotte, we're going to give her a chance to name 2 more for 2 points. Can you do?
She hasn't named.
Once, yes,
Yes.
once she hasn't named.
Copy.
If she-
Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator.
I can confirm that is a book.
The Giraffe, the Pelly, and Me.
Okay, we can confirm that. I think that was the one that was published after his death. but that's very well done. So,
And the BFG.
yeah, I was wondering why you didn't mention the BFG since that was one of the big movies out over the summer.
And boy.
I'm going solo.
Okay, right. Why didn't you go? I'll name 15. Right. So far, let's hear what the points are after round 3.
Catherine has 11, Charlotte has 16.
Okay, so there's all to play for. Only 5 points in it. This time, what did we do for episode D?
Doctor Who.
We did Doctor Who. And we also did, because we were over in Cardiff and we visited the Doctor Who exhibition, and that was very good fun. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out the name of a possibly what is a Doctor Who monster, and you're going to have your cards. If you think it is not a Doctor Who monster, you hold up Dr. False. And if you do think it's a monster, you hold up Dr. True. See where I went with this? Dr. True. We're going to call this Dr. True or False. Doctor Who, Dr. True. I put work into this, you know.
Did you really?
Yes.
I love it.
The first monster, a Gardniat. A Gardniat. Is that Dr. True or Dr. False? Dr. Charlotte.
I don't think you could make that up.
Charlotte is Dr. True. Catherine is Dr. False. I can reveal Catherine has got a point because it is Dr. False. In fact,
How did you make that up?
I didn't make that up. The Gardniat or the villains against Tato cheese and onion crisps. The Gardniat is actually Tandragee spelled backwards, where they make cheese and onion crisps, and they use that in the advertising campaign. Okay, next one. The Zygons. Is Dr. True or Dr. False?
easy.
We have got Dr. True, so that's a point each, of course, from the old Doctor and even the new Doctor, and they're wearing
The
The
easy.
sucky things.
with the sucky things, and they change, and they make constipation noises. Hopefully you're still playing along at home, because the next one is Suntarans. Suntarans, Dr. True
hard.
or Dr. False? We have got 2 Dr. True. Charlotte,
hard.
you're waiting a split second to see what Catherine
Oh no,
picks
I
up.
didn't. I was just doing something
So that's
else.
another. Next one is Krampus. Dr. True or Dr. False? These are all going to be from somewhere else if they are false, but if they're true, they are from Doctor Who. Both have Dr. False, which is correct. So both get a point. Is it?
I've got all of these
Does anybody
points
know where it
before.
comes from?
What was it again?
Krampus. Krampus. Not from Krampus. Krampus.
Is
Krampus.
that like a medicine for cramps or something?
No, it's like the anti-Santa. Next one, we have the Vulcans. The Vulcans, Dr. True or Dr. False? Charlotte has false, Catherine has true. Charlotte is right.
Yes! I
Mi-
heard them somewhere. That's
Mr.
the thing.
Yes, you did, because they are from Star Trek. Mr. Spock, who's a science officer on the
Why
original
did I know
Enterprise.
that?
You didn't know that because you put up
Why
true.
did I hear of that?
Because osmosis,
Probably thought Vulcans.
or Mr. McGee probably said it at one point. Your teacher, Catherine, has got a P7 teacher who does a lot of science fiction and comic book stuff within the
you probably
class.
said it.
Or I probably said it. Okay, next one. Soylent Green. The Soylent Green, is it Dr. True or Dr. False? Okay, both of you got Dr. False. Where have you heard it before?
I don't know.
From our podcast.
From our podcast when we did
G.
Green.
Is that
Okay,
right then?
they both got it right. Does anybody remember what episode E was about? We did about King Arthur for 5 points. First person, hand in the air. What is the sword called? Catherine?
The sword of swordiness.
You know the way we did E.
Edward.
Good grief. Excalibur! Excalibur! Nobody gets any points in that round. I'm going to tell you about a science fiction show, and because episode F we did about the future, and we're going to do whether the show is future-based or past-based. Okay. Now, if it is set in the future, but there's a time that has passed, then it is past-based. Okay. Or it could be present-based. Who knows? Let's go. Okay, first one is Star Trek. Is it past or future? Okay, we'll let Catherine answer this one.
Past.
Star Trek is the future.
Future.
Okay, we can't give it to you twice. Charlotte, Star Wars.
Oh, that's easy.
Star Wars, past or future?
Past.
It is past.
This is a long time ago.
Long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Okay, end of that round. What are the scores on the board?
Catherine has 20, Charlotte has 25.
Okay, this is the last round, and you can earn lots of points here because I'm just going to give it for the sake of it. We did G for green, and who is the biggest greenest hero?
Me!
Hulk is the biggest greenest Hulk. The three of us read one of John Byrne's Hulk comics, and one of the things you liked was when the Hulk called people weird names like Big Head. I'm going to give you the name of a superhero. You give me either what the Hulk calls him or what the Hulk should call him. You get a point for what the Hulk calls him, 2 points if you come up with a better alternative. If I go Captain America, what will the Hulk call Captain America?
Big shield.
Big Shield, I like. You get 2 points for that. The alternatives are Flagman, Blue Man, Winghead. Nick Fury. Think about what he looks like.
Pirate Man.
Pirate Man. What Hulk has called him is Patch Man. I like Pirate Man. That's another 2 points. Catherine, Spider-Man.
Web face.
I like that. 2 points again. Bug Eyes, Bugman, Funny Man. Charlotte, Thor.
Hammerhead.
Hammerhead?
Hammerman.
Hammerman. I'll give you Hammerman. I also have long hair, Goldilocks. Catherine, we have Iron Man.
Suitman.
Suitman. Tin Man.
Oh, I got another one. Fireman.
Fireman.
It's red and yellow.
Oh, Fireman. Okay, give you 2 points for that. Charlotte, Rocket Raccoon.
You ever met Rocket Raccoon?
He did. The very first time Rocket Raccoon was in the comics was in the Hulk.
Oh. Furball.
Furball. I like. 2 points for that. First person to come up with a good answer for this one. Okay, Mr. Fantastic. Okay, Catherine.
Stretchy Man.
Stretchy Man is the right answer. If you come up with something that is better, you get the points.
Elastic Band.
Not better. Catherine gets 2 points in that one. Okay, that is the end of our quiz. Can we have the score?
Catherine has 28, Charlotte has 30.
Catherine, so 2 points in it.
No.
You both get an answer, get a prize. That was slightly melted in my pocket. Okay, Catherine gets a slightly melted one, which is they both get a Kinder Surprise. That is a Marvel toy inside. Kinder Surprises are chocolate, and inside is a wee toy. As the girls open up their Kinder Surprises, we'll find out what they got inside them after the break.
See you later. Bye.
You like cheap comic books, right? Well, I'm Professor Allen, and I talk about cheap comic books on the Quarterbin podcast. In every episode, I'll dissect a single comic from my collection, as long as I paid no more than 25 cents for the issue. Forget about $4 new comics that you can read in 4 minutes, or crossover events that can cost $100 to collect. Join me in the Quarterbin, where even bad comics are a bargain, and good ones are a steal. The Quarterbin podcast is part of the Relatively Geeky Podcast Network. Visit us at relativelygeekypodcast.blogspot.com or search Relatively Geeky or Quarterbin Podcast in iTunes. I guarantee it'll be worth every penny.
In 1939, Timely Comics published its first issues. It later changed its name, first to Atlas Comics and then to Marvel Comics. In 2014, Marvel polled its fans asking for the 75 greatest Marvel stories from those 75 years and published that list in print form. The unofficial 75 Greatest Marvels Countdown will walk through all 75 of these stories every Wednesday from December 31st, 2014 to June 1st, 2016. Join me, Blaine Dowler, and a cadre of other hosts, including established podcasting greats and emerging talents, as we run through the list, discuss each story in the context of its original release, and determine just what makes it so great. The unofficial 75 Greatest Marvels Countdown can be found at Bureau42.com, on iTunes, and on Stitcher.
And we're back with our end of year celebration. You just heard some promos. One of them was the Quarterpin podcast with Professor Allen, and thanks to Alan, who was, of course, our Santa at the very beginning of the show. Didn't he do well? He did. We also heard the promo for the unofficial 75 Greatest Marvel Projects podcast with Blaine. And if you listen to that, you might hear a youthful, good-looking podcaster who guested on one or two of the shows.
You mean Ben Avery?
No, he was on it, but I was talking about me. I was on two of them.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Now, first of all, people are dying to hear, what did you get in your Kinder Eggs?
A mini Loki.
A mini
And his
Loki.
head can pop off.
That's great. I
Like,
think
you can take half his head off, and then you twist his head around to make a number. Like, you just take half his head off.
a little lobotomize me Loki. You're very excited about that for some odd reason. Before we finish off, let's talk a wee bit about our Christmas. Let's talk first of all about movies. Your favourite Christmas movie. Mine is A Muppet Christmas Carol, bringing together my love of Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol with my love of Muppets. And it was
you
really...
must love yourself so much then.
You calling me a Muppet?
Yep.
Waka waka waka. Catherine, what's your favourite Christmas movie?
The one I can remember is Elf.
Elf. What do you like about Elf?
I don't know.
The elf eats spaghetti with like golden syrup and candy.
Blah. Charlotte, what about you?
Watching Doctor Who together.
Doctor Who in the UK appears on Christmas night. It's one of the things we...
Is it in America as well?
I don't know if it comes out on Christmas night in America, the Christmas special. Might be another time.
Does it come when it
It might come out on Easter.
What was your favourite Doctor Who Christmas special? Now, there's been ones with snowmen eating people, ones with trees cutting people up, ones with Santa Claus.
I can remember last year's and the one with the snowman who eat people.
Oh,
That
yeah.
wasn't last year's. Last year's
No,
was
that-
the one with the...
I said last year's and...
Yes, you did. What
Hot.
was last year's about, Charlotte?
It was about Clara was in a dream where she saw Santa and his
No,
elf.
that wasn't last year. Last year was River Song.
No,
Yeah.
that wasn't last year.
That was last year.
It wasn't!
It was.
It wasn't!
What was it about then?
It was about the Doctor bumps into Riversong. Riversong doesn't recognise him,
That wasn't the Christmas.
and she's married to some big robot boy.
That wasn't last.
Well, obviously that's the one that made it into your head the most. Yes, this year it's about superheroes. We will be watching.
I remember the one of the 11th Doctor where he left a giant gift for two children, and it turned out to be another world like Narnia.
The Doctor, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
I don't remember that one. I only remember the one...
It was where they had the wooden king and queen and all that.
Okay, Kevin?
I only remember the one where there's Santa in it
Yeah.
and the snowmen that eat people.
Okay. Right, so we have our own Christmas traditions. What's your favourite one?
On Christmas Eve, we go to our friend's house.
We do indeed. We go to the Roundtrees.
A family friend's
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, we go to the Roundtrees.
And then we have a big, well, not a big Christmas dinner, but we have like a
buffet.
a buffet.
Buffet. Any Christmas traditions jump out at you, Catherine, that we do?
It's an advent calendar. It's like a big box thing with little doors or like little things that there's sweets inside, and then like if there's like the all the days of December up to Christmas, and then there's sweets, and then every day you get sweets.
And?
A joke.
Are the jokes fantastic?
No, the rubbish.
Yes.
Can you remember any of the jokes?
Oh, there's the ones of two dinosaurs, and then there's like little flats, and then and then one of the dinosaurs is taking people out and eating them, and another dinosaur's like, that's not an advent calendar, right?
Okay. Suppose what we're saying is, from the Adamses here, we wish you a happy Christmas or whatever holiday you're celebrating, and I hope you have a good, restful, and peaceful time.
And a happy New Year.
Happy Christmas and a Happy New Year!
And hopefully we'll see you in the new year, maybe with tales of what we got, what geeky things we got at Christmas.
Is that a hint?
That could be a hint, or probably isn't a hint, or it might be a hint, or maybe not. This has been Marksmess Podcast, brought to you by the letter H for...
Happy Christmas!
Maybe you would like to contact us, maybe with your answers to the alphabet of superhero and villain alphabet animals. If you can follow all that, you can email us at...
mymarksmess@gmail.com.
Or you can contact us on Twitter at...
At Marksmess Podcast without the T.
You can go to our webpage at marksmesspodcast.blogspot.com or our Facebook page.
Marksmess Podcasts.
And thanks to Josh Woodward of joshwoodward.com for the title music. Until next time, where we look at the geek letter I for...
Igloo.
I am Groot!
and many other things. Bye-bye.
Eyeball.
Bye!